I'm live again. I don't know how else is going to work. I've taken my graphics card out of my machine while I'm working on it, so I'm only running on my integrated graphics card that's on the motherboard, and that's not, I mean, it's quite a good, sorry, on the CPU, and it's quite a good CPU, but well, I suppose it's a motherboard. I can never tell. Motherboard, probably. Motherboard, I think. I'm not a tech person. So anyway, there's nobody watching, so it doesn't really matter. But we'll see how well this this holds up. Just waiting for my picture to load up. Getting there. See, I need to get some new fans for my machine. Maybe I should maybe doing that in a week's time, which should make the graphics card a bit more stable. It looks like nothing's happening, doesn't it? Almost there. You can't see the little loading window, which I'm moving around currently, but it's almost done. Man, can you hear my my computer? It's straining. Right. There we go. Got there eventually. Should be able to see. Yeah, nice. Okay. Don't like that. How am I gonna? How am I going to do this? Let's go. Let's go to Google. that one or that one. I mean, they're both kind of the same thing, I suppose. Different varieties of flower, perhaps. So we're going to use a combo of this because this one doesn't, this image here doesn't appear to have any flowers in it, but that one does. So it'd be nice to get some splashes of colour. Blob over here. This. Over here. Some kind of trail through here, perhaps another big patch over there. And we'll maybe another one over here as well. Hey Verica, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. My voice is low. Right. Well, I can fix that. Hopefully that should be better. Let me know. Is that better, Verica? Can you let me have a quick listen? I can hear music. Where is that coming from? Oh, I know where that's coming from. Have I been playing music this whole time? That's this. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. What the hell? Where is that music coming from? I can hear music. Where is that coming from? Oh, I know where that's coming from. I've been playing music this whole time. That's this. No, it's not that one. It's in OBS, isn't it? Right. Oh, it's the COVID thing. It's not that one. That should stop the music now. Oh, I know where that's coming from. I've been playing music this whole time. That's this. No, it's not that one. It's in OBS, isn't it? Right. Oh, it's the COVID thing. That one. That should stop the music now. Right. Okay. That should be. That should get rid of the music. Hopefully, my voice is loud enough. That's from the little video on the bottom right-hand corner. Oh, which is obscured by my little icon. Which you can remove that by clicking on the icons, and then if you click the annotations thing so it's not red, that should get rid of my subscribe icon, so you can see the pandemic video in the corner if you want to panic about how we're all going to die, while I draw lotus flowers. Okay, so hopefully this isn't going to get copyright striked. That'd be bad. Broken one there. That needs to be more. So it doesn't. This is quite a, small part of the picture. So I suppose it doesn't really matter if they're not perfect. And if you've watched any of my animation streams on when I was doing them on my other channel, you'll know I'm a incredibly lazy and inept artist. Anyway, so beautiful art. Oh, flattery will get you everywhere. Have you seen the picture yet, Verica? Do you know what it is? Have I zoomed out for you? Let me zoom out so you can. Let's take a tour, shall we? Wait. Oh no, wrong button. So this is what I'm working on, the Wheel of Life. So the demon around the outside is a symbol for impermanence. So that's this dude here with the 3 eyes. And the skulls in his hair are going to be different colours because they're meant to represent the wisdom of the 5 Buddhas. At the top we have the Buddha who's pointing at the moon, and that's like a little teaching because, the moon is a symbol for the truth in this instance. And the Buddha pointing on the right hand side, his finger is a symbol for the Buddha's teachings. And so often people kind of concentrate on the teachings you know, rather than the moon. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with my moon. Let's zoom in. I think that's quite good. So we've got so in the middle we have a pig, a bird, and a snake, and that's I can't remember which one is which. I think the pig might be ignorance, the bird is greed, and the snake hatred, or maybe the bird is hatred. I can't remember which. The important thing is, of course, is that one is ignorance, one is greed, and one is aversion, and they're the three poisons that kind of drive the wheel of life in this model of life. Then in the next circle, where you have the black and the white half, that's like the karma wheel. So the people in the black half are moving downwards, and that's kind of meant to represent unethical actions. And then the people in the white half, which is on the left hand side, are moving upwards. And that's meant to represent people behaving ethically. Then at the top we have the realm of the gods, and then to the right of that we've got the realm of the jealous gods, or the titans, and they're often they're warring over this tree, which is the wish fulfilling tree, so they're often at war with the gods for it. Down here we have the realm of the animals, which is the realm that I'm working on at the moment. So I'm kind of finished with the Titan realm, I think. I might put some flowers and stuff in the Deva realm, just kind of make it a bit more pretty. I'm kind of working on the animal realm at the moment, just going to put some lotus flowers in the lake, and then maybe a bit more vegetation, you know, some bushes or something. Down here we've got the Hell realm, which I've kind of started on. Yeah. And then up here we have the realm of the hungry ghosts, who are beings that are said to be driven by craving, and they're always hungry and thirsty, but whatever they eat turns to dust and swords in their stomachs, and whatever they you know, drink turns to fire, and so they can, and their mouths are really tiny but their stomachs are huge, so they can never really get any satisfaction. And then up here we have the human realm, where we have what are known as the four sights. At the top here we've got an old man, so that's old age. We've got a sick person here, sickness. You can probably vaguely see a kind of started a sketch of a skeleton, so that's death. And then the fourth sight that the Buddha saw, which is what inspired him to start on his spiritual path, is it was actually a wandering ascetic. I've kind of depicted him as seated, but yeah, he was struck by the kind of his stature and the way that he carried himself. And then we have a teacher giving teachings to a disciple. Now I need to rework these figures, because I was trying to get them at a kind of perspective and foreshortened, and they're not quite right. Yeah, I think that this dude's shoulder, I go to red, and am I not on the sketch level? Oh, it's probably in the wrong. I've kind of masked a lot of this out, so if I sketch here, it might not make a mark. Yeah. So yeah, I need to rework these three figures. And then on the outer rim, you've got what's known as the 12 links of the Nidana chain, which are they're sequential links, and these 12 links are a representation of what I would say is the only doctrinal teaching in Buddhism. Yeah, and I would say that all of the other teachings are basically methods to help you. They're either methods to help you realize this teaching, or they're different expressions of this teaching. And this is the teaching that the Buddha said was the only thing that couldn't be dispensed with. When he was dying, he was asked, what can we change? And this was the only thing that he said, no, you can't change this. So we've got a blind man, which is ignorance. Now I'm going to have to rework him. This was one of the first parts of the picture that I finished. And actually I've kind of like adopted a more kind of realistic style, sort of. So I'm gonna have to redo him. Then we've got Potter. So the blind man is ignorance, on the basis of which we have karmic formations, which is traditionally represented as a potter. Yeah, sure, Broker. Yeah, you can. Have you got my Discord? You can send it me on Discord if you want. I quite like that, so I'm probably just going to keep that as it is, even though it's like similar to this. It's sort of quite cartoony, but I sort of quite like the effect of his apron. Yeah, so I might keep that as it is. Then we have consciousness, which is represented as a monkey, and then we have name and form, which the two guys in the boat, that can be translated as body and mind. So we have, and this is a very, yeah, I mean, it's a Buddhist way of looking at things, so it doesn't necessarily make sense. But like consciousness up here means something different to the mind down here, which also means something different to this next one, which is the 6 sense spaces, which is represented by a house with 6 windows, and that's the 5 senses plus the mind. And in Buddhism, the mind is a sense organ that perceives mental objects in the same way that the eye perceives visual objects. So the mind perceives your own thoughts and emotions and what have you. Right, my thing wants to autosave. Oh, come on, get on with it. I've got to wait now. I need to get my graphics card sorted. Alright, it's saving. And also, let me just check, what's my RAM usage? I think I've got a memory leak. Yeah, I'm using like 90% of my RAM at the moment. And that really shouldn't be happening, so I think I've got a memory leak somewhere. That's really annoying. Alright, come on, save, you get... Am I doing the tour and I'm not even in full screen mode? What a tool. Let me go full screen. It's still saving. Come on, Clip Studio Paint Pro, you can do it. How much my RAM am I using? 88% RAM, 80 odd percent of my GPU, but that's because I'm not. It's just the onboard graphics card. Right, okay, yeah, here we go. So yeah, the 6 sense spaces. Right, down here, so in dependence upon the 6 sense spaces, we have contact. Now I might end up changing this to something else. I think what I might end up changing this to is just a couple kissing, rather than making out. But yeah, in dependence upon contact, we have feeling, which is rather graphically described with the guy with an arrow in his eye. And again, I might come back and do more to this, just kind of prettify up the background a bit, so that it's more in line with what's going on here and here, because I think when I first started off, you can kind of tell that things were really kind of simple, and as I've progressed through the image, I've kind of gotten more and more complex. So I'm going to have to go back and redo stuff like this. We got contact. On the basis of contact arises thirst, which is, a guy taking his ease with a beer and a picnic. Another monkey image, which is grasping. On the basis of thirst, you have grasping. Now this is why I might change this image, because on the basis of grasping, you have becoming. Now what that is often substituted as portrayed as somebody jumping, but that's a really poor picture of somebody jumping. So I suppose my two options are to redraw the jumping woman, and I could do that, so it's more kind of 3D foreshortened, and that might be a good thing to do just for an exercise, or have a couple having sex. So yeah. On the basis of becoming, we have birth, and again I might do this image so it's more like a hospital scene, more contemporary. And then up here I've got like a little joke. This is a little Shiva joke. On the basis of birth we have old age, sickness, lamentation and death. In this case represented by a funeral presided over by a priest. I might put a crucifix in the background. So yeah, that's the Wheel of Life. Down here, the images. Right, so we've got the tiger probably represents something. We're not auto-saving again, surely. Oh no, it's just frozen. Wait for the program to respond, please. What's my RAM usage? 90%. I'm using 90% RAM. I mean, it probably doesn't help that I haven't got my graphics card in the machine. So I might, the bottom with the mountains, I might leave that as it is, you know, just put a couple of temples in here and there. I was thinking that I might like to kind of have the mountains sweeping down. If I enlarge my cursor so you can kind of hopefully see what I'm doing. If I have the mountains sweeping down here, then I was thinking I might have a city or something, like a city by a lake down here maybe, or by an ocean. Yeah, anyway, I might just leave it as it is, because, you know, I might just be thoroughly sick of working on it. But at the moment we are doing Fluor's mechanical pencil. Let's take you back down to about 2. Yeah, that's fine. Right then. So I think that's happening this way. So sorry if I'm not particularly chatty. You know, I suppose it's difficult to chat when I'm drawing. But, you know, if anyone's watching and you have questions, stick them in a chat, I'll get round to them. What we could do is, I mean, there's 3 people watching, we could have a look at some, well, I came across some First Amendment auditor, well, a cop watcher. I sort of quite liked. You know, he seemed very professional in what he was doing. I like that he was the first First Amendment auditor, cop watcher person that I've kind of thought, yeah, he's actually really good. He's a good example. Pretty much all of the others have been lacking for me. Alright. Three views. Ooh. I'm excited. Hello to my 3 viewers and welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying watching me draw flowers. Excuse me. Am I making that too dense? Let's have a look. Maybe the one down here is more patchy. Let's have a look at my my reference image. change the screen so you can see the reference image as well. Transition. Sorry about the fact that it's quite small. I kind of set this browser up in the corner for watching videos mostly, so it's not really set up for viewing images. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I'm an idiot. It's alright, it's fine. I just had the wrong... Yeah, that's much better. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you know, I think here we are gonna erase in, so we get more of a. I like that. So let's just get rid of all those extraneous lines. Down here, yep, get rid of this. Okay, yeah, sort of that's looking quite nice, I think. Patchy. Let's get rid of all these extraneous lines down here. So I think this one, let's put a big gap in there. This is probably a really efficient way of doing this. Let's get rid of all this. Yeah, I'm liking that, and I think we'll have a gap here. We'll take this one out. I don't want that one in there. Let's remove you. We need to be aware of their size as well, because of course they'll be smaller further away they are. Now, let's make this a larger patch, and I think I know what the issue is down with these. They're too uniform in size, so let's take those two out, and we'll make that a larger. And let's make that larger. Yeah, okay, like that. The same up here. Let's get rid of you. Let's have a nice big round one. What am I doing? Rubbish. How not to draw an ellipse. I wish I was one of those people that could just kind of draw what they want as they mean it. I have to kind of do this thing where I draw loads of lines, and then eventually I'll get to something approximating the shape I want. And then a couple of smaller ones. Yeah, that's better. Nice, and more variation in size. Let's have another large one here. That's the wrong shape. It needs to be flatter. Yeah, I like that. like that. Nice little collection of lily pads there. I think that's what they're called. Lotus flower pads. Now let's see those. Let's have you. We don't want them all to be sideways. Alright. Yeah, I do like this patch of pads up here. I think I'm pleased with those. This though is an ugly mofo of a pad. Let's get rid of you and bring so it's a bit more. There we go. That's better. This one here, what's going on there? We don't. Let's get rid of all this. think. Does it need to be that dense? Probably not. Talking to myself while I'm drawing, that's probably not a good sign. But who else is there to talk to during the lockdown? Well, David. I could talk to David. Two people watching me almost silently sketch out lotus flowers. Nice, thank you, whoever you two people are. I'm glad you're enjoying it enough to stick around. This is going to be for a splash of colours. Oh, I've got my window open. So you might hear the occasional wind chime outside, or it's a little bit windy. So if the breeze kind of, there's this wire outside my house that occasionally the wind autosave. I might turn the autosave function off. Come on, get on with it. Oh, the chat's not displaying my chat. Why isn't the chat displaying my chat? Right, SLV chat. Let's have a look. Let's go. Poof. Okay. Excellent. There we go. So that's what it should look like. All this time, this box on the bottom left was meant to be displaying the chat. Right, so I think... What am I doing? Sticking a couple more flowers up here. Some colour. I'm going to make the flowers pink like in the other image. Alright, nice. I think I like that. So, okay, we're going to take you down to say maybe 30%. Am I going to do that in here? Where are the inks? Inks up here, right. Lake Inks, is that you? No. There we go. We want G pen, round about 3, that seems fine. Let's zoom in, okay. Right then, let's ink this baby up. Flower at the bottom, I don't like that. I want a pad there, definitely, but I think I want it shorter, kind of more squat, like so. So get rid of you and you. think I like that. Back up and now. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to stem, and then I'm not going to put an outline all the way around the flower, just around the bottom of the petals, so that it stands out a bit from the leaves. Otherwise, I think it could start looking a bit busy. It's probably going to look busy anyway. Now the reason why I'm being kind of messy with my line endings, like overlapping them, is because these are vectors, so that means I'll be able to go back in a moment, well I'll show you what I'm going to do, and erase where the lines cross, and that should, what that will do is, let me just stop talking while I was doing that curve. I'll be able to erase the points where it's kind of crossing over. I'm not going to put one there, I'm going to leave that. I don't like the shape of it, and I can't be asked to go back to the other layer and change it, and I just want to get on with inking the lily pads. That one in there? Yeah, why not? Right, now if I go to the eraser, then hopefully there'll be a little bit of vector magic happening. There we go, nice. Let's make you smaller though and zoom in. Excellent, that's what we're after. That's all fine, that's fine, but here, get rid of you, and perhaps there. There we go, nice, nice, nice. I like all that. Let's take you off, and you, and you, and you. Stop saying and you there, because I kind of felt like I was reciting a Jimmy Savile, the Jim Will Fix It theme tune. Right. I should probably get rid of this up here. Oh, idiot. Okay. G pen, 3 points, that's nice. It might be a bit thick actually, let's take it down to 2. That's better. It's funny how I'm actually editing the image from the sketches as I'm inking. I'm going, no, they're too round, they need to be flatter. If I was any good, I'd have done that beforehand. Right, okay, I think I have stem. Probably going to remove that, like some of these lines, and maybe another stem here rather than up there. And let's, I don't like that. Let's get rid of you. Okay. Right, well I think I might stop there. I wasn't going to spend hours and hours and hours kind of streaming today, and it seems that my computer's been really slow. I need to track down what this memory leak is, or at the very least reinstall my graphics card. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed watching me draw, and I'll see you next time.